it's Darren here, also known as that ASMR Gamer Guy, and today we're going to be starting a new playthrough. This is a indie game for the PlayStation 3 and 4, and it is called the Unfinished Swan. So, here we go.
Monroe's mother had always been much better at starting things than finishing them. When she died, she left behind over 300 canvases, not one of them finished, along with Monroe, who felt pretty unfinished himself. The orphanage allowed him to keep only one painting, and so he chose the Unfinished Swan that had always been his mother's favorite. But that night, he woke up to find the swan had disappeared. So he took his mother's silver paintbrush and followed the footprints into a little door he hadn't seen before.
And there we go, that was the opening cutscene. And you may be wondering, why is the screen all white? Well, for the first level, this is what the environment looks like. Everything is completely white. And the only way you can see where you're going is by shooting paintballs like this to mark out your environment, as you can see. If I do a quick spin around, as you can see, we're in a square room. And we need to go over in this direction. So, the Unfinished Swan, if you haven't played it or heard of it, is a first-person game. I guess you could call it a first-person shooter, since we are firing paintballs, but it's a first-person game where you are exploring your environments, trying to find, as you saw in the opening cutscene, we're trying to find where the Unfinished Swan went to. He just disappeared from a painting. And, yeah. Along the way, on these levels, you do have swan footprints, which is, what we're looking for. And, I want to show you something just over here. As you can tell, we're outside, and we're in the garden, and whoa, there's a giant frog. Now watch this. Froggy's gonna go bye-bye. And there he goes. Gets eaten by a giant monster. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. Obviously I will have lowered the game volume a little bit for you in the edit. But if you're wondering what the symbol in the bottom left hand corner is, that's actually an unlockable that you can buy from the store here, the Balloon Radar, and that symbol fills up the closer you get to one of the collectibles, which are balloons, and basically you just fire a paintball at the balloon, and when it flies up in the air, you've collected it. Now I have played through this before, which is why I obviously have the where am I going? Which is why I do have the I'm lost. Oh, there we go. Which is why I do have the Balloon Radar. I actually own this on the PS3 and obviously this version, the PS4 version. And that's because this version was free on PlayStation Plus a few months ago. I don't remember when, but it's a great game if you haven't played it before. Here we got the King's Head, a statue of the King's Head. And yeah, I do have another gaming channel where I do achievement guides and trophy guides and like first impressions and stuff. And actually did a lot of guides for this game. And if you search, if you search any of the for a trophy guide for this game, mine is the most viewed guide because these are pages where only the first letter is shown. So you'll have a golden T or V or whatever the first word is. Then you shoot a paintball at it, and it reveals, and a voice says what's on here. But since this is an ASMR video, I'm going to read it for you instead. So, the king was young, arrogant and amazingly talented. He was convinced no colour existed that was good enough for his garden, so he left it white. While he pondered how to create some new colours, his kingdom began attracting settlers, and soon he found himself with bigger problems. So there we go, and we pass through this wall, and we get into the second level. Once we drop down here, there's a hot air balloon, that's where we're heading. Now we drop down, and there's the swan. Let's go. Oh, he disappeared. So now we are in chapter 2, called The Watchtower. So there is a little bit of a puzzle element to this game as well. Not a huge amount, because it's meant to be, you know, a pretty relaxing kind of game. But there is a bit of a puzzle element. Normally there's a balloon just up here in this fireplace. But if we find it, for this first area, what you need to do, I need to find where I'm going. I need to choose some paintballs. Basically, this room just loops around, and that's where we need to get to. And to get there, we need to drop down from up there. And to do that, you actually come through somewhere. I don't remember where it is. Is it just there? Yeah, it is. So look, we're looking down at this area just here. So we're going to loop around. So that corner is just there. So we actually need to get over to this side to drop down where we need to go. So there we go. That's where we just dropped down from. And now we can exit. Not gonna lie, that took a couple of minutes for me to figure out the first time I played. Because I don't think I shot enough paintballs to really figure out what I was doing. Here's our second page. The king's new subjects were tired of white. They were tired of tripping and banging their shins, misplacing their homes. So they started painting everything, ruining the king's spotless design. In response, the king outlawed all non-magical brushes and pledged to spend the next month painting shadows for his kingdom. So there we go. In chapter 2, we now have shadows. So it makes it slightly easier to be able to see what we're doing. And remember that monster that we saw earlier? Well, he's going to show up in a second. Where is he? There he is. I was looking in the wrong direction. Pretty scary looking. So here we go. Look at this. We can see a lot clearer now. So let's carry on. Now we're in chapter 3, the first castle. I haven't said it already, but this game does look amazing. I know it's like, very minimalistic with the design, which is plain colours. But it really does look nice, don't you think? Even with it just being, white and light grey for most of it. For this level anyway. It's pretty cool. So this is a little hint for the next area where we're going is how to get through the maze. So you just take a look at that and yeah, hopefully remember it so you know where you're going. And up here, it's pretty cool. There's a model of another area we're going to be going. Oh, let me get up. There we go. Yeah, we're going to be going there later. I think we are. Can't really tell for sure. But yeah. Oh, there's the king painting himself. Painting himself. It's like when you stick two mirrors next to each other, or you know, in front of each other, and you look in one of them. And look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Huge labyrinth. Oh, and there's this one. And he's off. Don't worry, he didn't fly off because I shot a paintball at him. He did that, you know, because that's what he does. It's just scripted. And somehow, getting through this maze, just going through that door, is going to make us go all the way over to there. I don't know how we teleport that far, but that's what's going to happen. So here we go. So we've got our next story page just here. The labyrinth was designed to be beautiful, and it was. It was not designed to be practical, and it wasn't. Whole families got lost for weeks at a time. Mail took months to arrive, and many worried a labyrinth of this size would bound to attract dragons. Eventually, the complaints grew so loud, even the king couldn't ignore them. So there we go. Let's carry on. Giant paintbrush. So just round here is our exit. And through the door we go. And as I said earlier, we are now at the castle already. And this really is a big labyrinth. Look at this. It's pretty crazy. Here's our next story. Peace. The king was so frustrated with the messy, demanding people of his kingdom that he decided to start over. One morning he painted a boat and set off to find the perfect spot. He told himself he'd come back someday to finish what he had started. But of course, he never did. So here we go, we can take a look in this telescope. Oh, there goes the swan again. Take a look in this telescope.